Well, the first question I have is, what did you think of this whole thing?
So, usually from the vendor end, it takes us such a long time to write a response to an RFP. It could be anywhere between 2 days to a week, trying to understand what the client is asking for, because it's anywhere between 30 pages, if you're lucky, to 120 pages of, whatever, right? I did this in 6 hours in one day. It actually took me a longer time to go through Dr. Dean's meeting, the pre-proposal meeting, because he spent a lot of time explaining the way this would work. And that was important for me to understand because the RFP really had very specific questions that I had to answer. And, since I've done this kind of project many times over, I know exactly what to write. I don't need to ask anybody. I don't need to look up anywhere. You just go ahead and write it out, and that's it. And I found out about this RFP less than 24 hours before it was due, and that was it. So in that way, it was very, very easy.
Very good. What gave you the competitive advantage in this? I know we talked about you actually were the project manager, and you were actually had the expertise yourself. Did this really help you out?
Yeah, I think what tends to happen is that over a period of many years, you tend to develop a marketing, a way to write the RFP, right? And you get good at it. And eventually you get so good at it that if you have 2 RFPs, it's very difficult to tell which one is better because, you've honed your skill into writing it in such a way, and typical RFPs will say things like, responses will say things like, we'll be your best partner. You can trust us. You can be involved as much as you want or as less as you involved. I'm sure everybody's read those responses. And it's very difficult to tell them apart. Whereas in this RFP, you couldn't say any of that. There was no place to write any of that. It was very, how are you going to do what you're going to do, and how are you going to prove that what you've done is correct, is what we had to put in, and then the risks. So that really helps us give it helped our company get the advantage because it put the spotlight on the right things and took it away from the fluff that really doesn't matter. It just wastes your time reading it. It wastes our time. I mean, we're just copy-pasting most of the time and changing the name, I mean, what else are you going to do, right? That's what it is, I mean, as a part of being a project manager, right, it's always, I would say as all project managers, right, our job is to really figure out what the client is saying and then what they actually mean, And I was telling Stephanie here yesterday that clients go through having faced the problem that they're facing so many times that they've come up with n number of solutions on how to solve it, right? You think about, okay, I can solve it this way, that way, this way, that way. And then when it comes to a point that you're so frustrated that you have to take out an RFP, you've almost made up your mind that this is the solution that works because you've tried it so many times and you've done your permutation combination. What you'll end up doing is proposing a solution to a person like me. And 99% of the times I know that's a solution and I try to push it aside and I keep prodding away and saying, why are you saying I should do this? That's usually what takes a lot of time, right? Which I don't think I had to do in this case because I was told that we don't know how to fix it. We just, the state of Utah said, this is our problem. And whatever you think you need to do to fix it, and then let us know what fix it means, right? What does it mean to fix something and what does it mean to get it to work?
So were you very comfortable with this?
Yes, we were very comfortable with it because we had done it many times. We knew what we were capable of and we knew how to do it. And we knew the end result would be such, and such. And we also knew, in our WRR, we had mentioned very clear milestones on when we want, what we want from you and when we want it. And I don't think we've deviated from it at all. I mean, what I wrote in May still stands true today. I could show it to anybody, all the dates so far. We've added items to it as requirements have increased, but.
So you're very comfortable now
Yes,
with this approach?
Absolutely. And I implement this with my other clients, even though they have no idea about best value and they don't approach the RFP from that point. But I still implement the WRR from my side and try to educate them on why this is important and why they should be following this.
So when you, the expert, have your expertise utilized, and you tell them from the very beginning what's going to happen, does this make it a lot less stressful on your side?
Oh, yes, because there's no blame game going around, right? There's no you said this and we did that and blah, blah, blah. Whatever is there is written in the document. It's sent to you every week. You have a copy that I can't change. You can always go back to that email, open it up, and see what's going on. And I think the most important part is that larger the organization, more the number of players, plus the politics all mixed in, it forms this very spicy combination which causes a lot of heartburn on both ends, right? So by having the WRR, there is no blame game to go around anywhere. If there is an issue, the document says who causes the issue. No one has to go and tell and pinpoint that, hey, you are causing the issue. And then that person doesn't have to be proved in that this is the person who caused the issue and this is why. You don't have to prove it. The document says so. And it's very clear.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to our channel for more content. If you have any questions about the best value approach or for Dr. Dean, leave them in the comment section below and we'll get to them in a later video. Thanks. We'll see you next time.